Good afternoon, everybody. Right then, off we go. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a hike. I'm on top of mountain Jebel Al Hamri. So on top of mountain Al Hamri. And this is a new trail that kind of walks around, skirts around the top of the mountain. I've never done it before. I don't know much about it. I heard when they were building it and I hadn't been told it had been finished. But I just did a spectacular 4x4 journey up here and then saw this trail and thought I should come and explore it. It would make sense, wouldn't it? That's what I do. So there's car parking there for quite a few cars. Can't imagine it ever being a problem car parking up here. And there's a trail there, so I wonder if I go all the way around the top and come back. As I say, I don't really know. The views are spectacular, breathtaking, amazing. Are the toilets? This looks like a toilet house. Yeah, toilets, fantastic. I wish I needed to go, but I don't. So I presume male and female toilets, can't imagine why there wouldn't be. A lot of goat trails, a lot of goat tracks. Huh. So where is this wooden post here for a reason? I wonder if that's for this gate. Oh, let's have a look. As I say, I've not done this trail before, so I don't think this is the trail because that looks significantly different. No, this is not the trail. There's a trail there. Let's see if we can find the start properly. Let's do it properly. We're nearly 800 meters altitude up here. The air is definitely thinner. It's lovely. It was 32 degrees down in the valley, and I'm guessing it's 25, 26, 27 degrees up here. That's not it. That's not it. So that was a clear trail to here. Now when I did, that's locked. Sorry about this. As I say, I've never done this before. And I haven't been told officially that it's open, but I had heard talk about it. So there's definitely a trail here. I wonder if, when this is open, this is the start of the trail. This little courtyard here on the right-hand side. Yeah. Okay. So, if the gate is locked there, just skirt around. And this is where I did the rowing, just here. Right, let's go. I've got the GPS working. I've been 4 minutes already. 4 minutes, 17 seconds. No idea how long it's going to be. I did make a couple of phone calls just a second ago. Well, attempted to make a couple of phone calls and had no luck whatsoever. So there's no telephone signal. Certainly where I tried to phone from there, I can imagine. Well, don't rely on your telephones. That's probably the best way of saying it. Needless to say, there's no internet up here, even though there is a big antennae, which I think is where this hiking trail goes to. So you can see the big red and white antennae. I was planning on doing my favourite walk in the UAE, or one of my favourite walks in the world. I've done quite a few, by the way. I've done a few down in South America. I've done certainly numerous in the UK. I've done my mountain leaders training up in the, that was in the Snowdonia National Park. I love the Lake District. So when I say my favourite hiking trail, it's not as if I've only done one. I've probably done, I don't know, what shall we guess? Not thousands, but I would say over the years, certainly 300 or 400 different hikes. around the world. So I was going to go and do the Ain al Sharia geological trail, and I was really looking forward to it. Then I drove up here and I saw that this trail had been finished, or is finished, or is possibly finished. And so it just makes sense that I'm already here. And as I say, the views, I think I'm going to become complacent. Wow. I think I'm going to become very complacent because the views are amazing. And I think I'm just going to get used to it. But I'm going to have to kick myself and keep saying, don't forget about these amazing views. So this trail's already fantastic. Let's talk about the trail. No idea how long it is. I brought enough water, which I have to be careful of the camera here. I brought enough water for a full walk just in case. But I don't think it's going to be a 3-hour epic. I think it's going to be, let's just say an hour, shall we? Should we guess? An hour. And it's very much on the same sort of level. But I love those sort of little ups and downs and lefts and rights in between rocks. For me, this is hiking. Little trails, not more than a metre wide, very uneven underfoot, but safe. Makes it much more interesting. These big 2-metre wide roads almost, no thank you. I still use them, I still do them, still enjoy them. I just much prefer these. I'm about a kilometre in and it's absolutely breathtaking. Already one of my favourite ones. So what I did was, I followed the trail that just goes here, carries on up there, you could see it. But I saw this big rock, so whilst I wouldn't normally advocate people coming in off route, but this rock seemed too big. It was calling me, saying, come and have a look over the edge. So look at this. Look at this. I think that was the road I must have driven in on. Even the journey into here is amazing. You need a 4x4 car to get up here. Of that, there's no doubt. The wind is beautiful and refreshing. Still warm. The trail's quite narrow, quite rugged. I love it. Plenty of markers, apart from the start. And the start wasn't badly signposted. It clearly started from the courtyard of that building. Maybe you could put one sign up there just to show an alternative start if the building's shut. There's the road I was on, because I drove up here beforehand. As you know, I'm making a lot of films now. I'm always out exploring, so I decided and kind of committed to taking the camera everywhere I go, or everywhere I go interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of committed to this exploring now. I drove up here earlier and then I saw this amazing trail, even just the tree here. Even the tree on its own. Hi. I'll put you over this side here, you can just see what I see. How about this? So I'm committed to the exploring. I drove up here earlier on what I'm describing as the world's most difficult mountain bike climb, or a spectacular off-road Jeep Safari route, 4x4 route. So I was doing that, and then I saw the hiking trail, which I knew was under construction, and it's fairly clear that it's been completed. So I said to myself, right, come on, let's go and do it, change your plans. So what I was saying, to cut a long story very short, I'm out exploring all the time. So make sure you subscribe, because I'm bringing you lots of this type of content all the time. Hit the button now, go and do it now, and then it's done. Thank you. And also the like button whilst you're there. And look at this now. Just look at this. Yeah, there's a roadway that sort of goes on the inside of the top of the mountain, and the hiking trail, literally, as it currently does at the moment, goes right on the edge of what is really quite a steep cliff down there. Al Hamri's, as I say, about 800 meters high, and the top of it, let me put you in front here. Yeah, the top of it is plateaued off. It's a flat top to the mountain. And so the hiking trail here, as you can see here, I mean, just look at this, everywhere you go, there's a brand new view. And you walk past these mountains when you're in the ground level, when you're at sea level, or you're driving along, and invariably you'll just see the front mountain or maybe a line behind. But now looking down, you can see just how intricate they are. I mean, there's hundreds of peaks there, hundreds. So yeah, this hiking trail, I hope it goes all the way around. That's what I want. That's what I would certainly have recommended when they were designing this trail. So let's wait and see. Been walking for about 30 minutes, 2 kilometers, just over 2 kilometers complete. And we get our first view, really. I've had little glimpses before of Dibba, Al Fujairah, Dibba Hassan, the cement works, spectacular mountains. It's just a wonderful hike, this. Now, I described it kind of as a mountain top plateau and a route that kind of skirts around the outside. And that is exactly right, but there's a lot of up and down, and there's a significant amount of down, because down there I can see the hiking trail. So I've got to drop a long way down. So luckily I brought lots of water, and I am prepared, because I thought this might only be, I'm just guessing, 3 or 4 kilometers. But you never know. I suppose that's what I'm doing here. I'm exploring. I love this trail. Listen, I'm not saying this for the camera. If I was on my own here without a camera, I'd be saying, wow, what an amazing trail. Look what I'm looking at. So it goes down quite steep here. 3 kilometers in, more or less, and it just carries on. It's fantastic. It certainly does go right around the outside. And if you can see above me there, look, you can see up there, you can see the big antennae, the communication antennae. So what he does is he drops below there, and it's taking us right round, I'd say about 50 or 60 meters below the summit. Takes us around the edge. Loving this trail. Going to get a big thumbs up of that, there's no doubt. Going to get the big recommendation, the seal of approval. About 3.5 kilometers in, and I've just gone past this sort of walled area, and there's some big signs. There's quite a few, I presume, archaeological kind of historical sites. Definitely look like there's some old building there. So whether people lived up here originally, I don't know. Would have been difficult to be self-sufficient up here, I would imagine. But who knows what people are capable of. So I presume I'm still on the trail. It certainly is the trail. I've not been lost. There's not been a junction where I'm thinking which way to go. I'm certain it's going to be a round trail now. I'll be very sad if I get to an end and have to turn around and go back on the same trail, which I'm sure I won't have to. So do I still love this trail? Absolutely. Absolutely. So 4.3 kilometers, 4.35 kilometers into the hike, and I'm on the sort of shaded side now. The antennae is long behind me now, and I presume when I come out of here in a bit, I might see the end of the hike. I don't think I'm at the end of the hike, by the way. I just think I might see the end of the hike, which is that building where the truck is parked. Still loving the trail. I've got my thoughts on it though, because it becomes it's becoming a bit of an anticlimax now, because I kind of know what's coming now. I know it's, well, I'm saying that, this is very interesting. This is actually very, very, very interesting. Look at this. So forget all that. One thing that's spoiling it a little bit for me, and I noticed this at the foot of the at the foot of the mountain when I was getting ready to film driving up here. There's so many flies. If I stop for a second, they infest me. I don't know if it's the bright yellow rucksack. I don't think it is, because I didn't have the rucksack out when I was down at the foot of the mountain. And I went up to Wadi Gub a few weeks ago, and once again there were a lot of flies. Butterfly. I don't mind butterflies at all. I don't mind these flies. Just means you can't stop and do nothing though. So I've had to drink my drink on the move. But what I was going to say is, I found my mind wandering, thinking about work, thinking about what to do afterwards, thinking about this, just because of the walk now. I mean, the actual views are still amazing, but that side over there, looking down over the edge of the mountain, are the views, no doubt about it. Still a great walk, 4.44 kilometres. Been walking for an hour, 15 minutes. I was just saying that I should be able to see the end of the hike, and then literally I went over the brow of the hill, over the top of the mountain, and this is what I saw. It looks like Bleak House. For those those people that read books, that could be Bleak House. I'll let you do your research. Tell me in the comments what you think of this hike. Are you interested in it? Definitely going to get recommended. But I'm not going to be surprised if that's still 2 kilometres to go. Oh, here's the road. Very close to finishing now. Very close to finishing. I don't mind that I'm finished now. I would certainly carry on, I'd have no choice. Right, I've turned the camera on because look here. This is what I've been told about, this route here. And I have been looking for this for the last sort of 20 or 30 minutes. Now this route goes all the way, I think over the top of that mountain there. These flies are annoying me. Right over the top, that's an epic. That's a big one. And that starts from the top by Bleak House. So I'll definitely do that at some point soon. Yeah, I know that there's the mountain bike downhill start. And so I know that Bleak House and my truck is just, it's not called Bleak House, by the way, I've just started calling that. So I know that more or less I'm finished. So let's start wrapping it up. Let's put this over the shoulder so I can read the data on the old Garmin. Very much dependent on this. It's very good. So it's taken me an hour and 36 minutes. I've stopped for about a minute. So you've got to give yourselves 2 hours for this route. I've been walking quite quickly. The flies have chased me. They've been the biggest downside to the whole thing. Well, it's the only downside. Yeah, they've annoyed me, to be honest. I'm pleased I've got my hat on. So it's going to take me an hour and 40 minutes. No, an hour and 38 minutes in total. Give myself a minute from here. 5 kilometres, 5.6 kilometres. This is not an easy hike. Let's have a look. I'm at 790 metres. Yeah, I know that that's just about 800 metres. I've total ascent, descent, 261 metres. So it goes up. Oh, there's the truck. I was going directly to Bleak House. So, who's this for? Who is this for? It's for fit families, fit hikers. It's for people that can get here. So make sure you see my film about access up Al Hamri 4x4 route, because it's all well and good saying who's this for. It's all well and good saying who's this for, but if you can't get here, you can't get here. Here's the truck calling me, and I know I've got a nice cold drink in there. Right guys, peace out. Thank you for coming with me today. Al Hamri Plateau. 3:45 in the afternoon, 5.7 kilometers, 1 hour 38, 264 meters altitude gained and lost, and I'm currently at 792. Peace out, everybody. Subscribe, like the film, tell your friends about it, and when you see me on the mountain, say hello. Bye, everyone.